Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanika, and in today's video I am finally going to be going over my top tips for long, natural, and healthy hair. So if you're interested in this video, please keep watching. So just as a quick backstory, my hair is all natural. It's about 28 to 30 inches long currently, and I have been natural for 12 years, meaning no perm, no relaxer. The only chemical alterations that I do to my hair is coloring my hair. So the biggest thing I can say for all my tips is forming them into a routine, making them consistent and a part of your life. So tip number 1 will be regular hair washing. For me, that means washing my hair once a week. I can get away with kind of pushing it to once every 2 weeks or once every 10 days or so, depending on the time of year, the season, if I'm working out. But for me, washing it once a week gives me the healthiest, clean hair and helps my scalp breathe and feel great. It's so important to make sure we are regularly cleansing our hair of product buildup, environmental debris, oil. Our hair needs to be able to breathe in order to grow. Tip number 2 for me was deep conditioning my hair every single time I washed it. From the moment I started my hair journey 12 years ago, I made sure to incorporate deep conditioning my hair. So for me, that either means using a thicker conditioner or incorporating heat into my deep conditioning treatments, or just simply leaving the conditioner in my hair for a longer period of time. But your hair does need time to absorb those products that you are putting in your hair. You can't simply just put it on your hair and then wash it out after a minute. Your hair, especially if you have low porosity hair, does need that extra help to absorb all the nutrients from the conditioner. So deep conditioning your hair keeps it healthy, strong, shiny, and you won't regret putting in that extra time. Tip number 3 for me was the low tension and low manipulation hairstyles. So my number 1 favorite hairstyle that I consider a protective hairstyle for me is wearing my hair straight. I can easily detangle it. I can put it up, I can put it down, I can wear it in tight styles, I can wear it in loose styles. But I find that any style that I do choose needs to involve low manipulation and low tension. If your hair is tight and being pulled on, you're pulling from the roots, you're putting tension on your scalp, and you're more likely to break off your strands from the root or at least through the shaft of your hair because it is being pulled so tight. And low manipulation, same thing like that. The more you play with your hair, you're putting products in it, the more you're running a comb through it or a brush through it or hot tools, the more fragile it will get. So that kind of runs me into tip number 4 for hair growth, is avoiding things that cause tangles in my hair and cause dryness in my hair. For me, tangles equals breakage, dryness equals breakage. The style that causes the most amount of tangles in my hair are wash and goes. So you will rarely ever see me do a wash and go. And the second style that causes the most tangles are anything where my hair is curled. So a braid out, a twist out, even a style like this, I have to be very careful to avoid tangles, especially at the nape of the neck and close to the roots. I am extremely prone to tangles and I am extremely prone to dryness because my hair is so long as well. And dryness and tangles equals breakage, equals less hair growth, which we do not want. Tip number 5 for me is to always make sure that my hair is covered in some type of moisturizing product. If you watch my videos, you know I am a firm believer in the Cantu Leave-In Daily Oil Moisturizer. I use it all the time. I never, ever, ever will just wash my hair and then leave it dry, free from product. My hair will dry up so bad, feel like a crispy burnt chip. I do always make sure that there is some type of moisturizing ingredient in my hair so that my hair, when it is dry after being blow dried, gets a little bit of moisture in it or a little bit of hydration to help give it that softness and that slip. So tip number 6 is limiting or reducing or eliminating, if possible, chemicals that change the structure of your hair. So as a natural, that means I do not perm my hair, I don't relax my hair, I don't do keratin treatments or Brazilian treatments, anything that changes the structure of my hair or loosens the curl, I try to avoid. The only thing that I do, once again, that does change the structure of my hair is color my hair. And yes, coloring your hair does change the structure of your hair. It's very, very damaging. No matter how hard you may try to do a safe color treatment, it does make alterations to your hair that weaken your hair ultimately. So if possible, try to reduce those two things. If you're in the process of going from perm to relaxer, maybe limit the amount of relaxers you do a year, whether it's maybe 6 times a year, drop it down to 4, drop it down to 2, and eventually you'll be at 1, and in no time you won't even miss it if you're at 2 relaxers a year. For me, I was only doing 2 to 3 relaxers a year, so it was easy for me to transition out of it. I really didn't miss it. It's the hair coloring that I just can't seem to give up just yet. Tip number 7 is try not to experiment with hair products too often. This one is a little bit tricky, especially if you are a hair junkie. You love products, you love just trying new things, buying new things, the whole experience of getting a new product and using it and smelling it and seeing how well it works. It's a whole vibe when you have a collection of different hair products. But your hair does need a little bit of time to get used to a product, so don't switch it up too often. And I would say if you do find something that works really, really well for your hair, for me, it is the Cantu Daily Oil Moisturizer. I keep it in my arsenal. I don't think I will ever cut it out because it works so well. Do not try to fix something that's not broke. Tip number 8 is balancing your hair products between strength and moisture. So once in a while, and you'll learn your hair, you will be able to see when you need a little bit more strength, more keratin, more protein to build up your hair. And other times you'll be able to tell when your hair is just dry and needs moisture. But to get the perfect healthy hair, to keep those strands well balanced, you will need to incorporate some type of protein strengthening ingredients and some type of hydration ingredients as well. Tip number 9, I can't go without saying, make sure you also have a balanced diet. So get your fruits in, your vegetables, you're drinking enough water, you're getting your vitamins in. All of that is important in the long run. Obviously, drinking a gallon of water for one day isn't going to give you an extra 3 inches, but over time, making sure that your body is getting what it needs and staying well hydrated makes it so that your hair stays well balanced and nourished as well. A great vitamin that is excellent for promoting stronger hair growth and thicker hair is biotin. It's not a miracle pill. It's not going to give you 5 inches in a month, but it definitely will help to strengthen your strands. Stronger strands stay in your hair longer, and that means length retention, which we want. Tip number 10 is scalp massages. Even if it's just for a couple minutes a day or a couple times a week, I like to do it when I am washing my hair, especially just using your fingertips, using an oil or no product at all, just doing a nice, slow, gentle massage. The goal is to increase blood flow to your scalp. Blood flow helps promote growth. If you've ever noticed when you have a really great workout and you're sweating and you're getting the blood flowing through your body, your face sometimes gets a little bit flushed and you kind of look like you have a healthy glow. It's because the blood flow is circulating through your body a little bit better. The oxygen is moving more freely, and as a result, you glow. It's the same thing with your hair. Promote that oxygen to flow through your body and into your hair strands. Tip number 11, I don't have 11 fingers, but we're on 11, is using the right amount of materialed items. So lots of satin scrunchies and scarves and headbands, sleeping caps, satin pillowcases as well. It helps to kind of keep all those natural oils in your hair. And going into tip number 12 is to try to eliminate or reduce the amount of friction on your ends, especially if you live in a colder area. You are wearing coats and you're wearing scarves, or if you're wearing sweaters all the time, your ends are always grazing against all those harsh materials. You're having to tuck them into things, which causes friction on your hair. Friction dries out your strands, makes them frizzy and more prone to being brittle and damaged. So keeping your ends nice and soft, tuck them in when you can, put your hair up when you can, to avoid unnecessary amount of friction. And my last tip, which I think is the most important tip, is patience and love. Appreciate your hair. Take your time with it. Be gentle. Do not rush. Your hair is a gift. It's part of your personality and your beauty. You should be able to have fun with your hair. Do not try to beat it into submission. Just work with it and you will be able to enjoy your hair. And all those other steps become second nature, and you will notice your hair start to feel stronger and shinier and healthier, and the growth will just come. And if you're doing those tips, as the growth comes, you're going to be able to retain the length. And retaining length is usually most people's hardest challenge, as all of our hair grows no matter what, unless you have like an underlying health condition or something like that. Our hair does grow. I think it's like a half an inch a month. But the key is to keep that length. So keep it healthy and strong at the top and keep it healthy and strong at the bottom. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your top tips for hair growth, what you have tried, what you think you may want to incorporate for the new year to getting your hair to be the best it can be. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.